Hello everyone. Today we are going to study the poem The Muddle Head. Children, poem is a piece of writing which has a rhyming scheme. A poem is a piece of writing which expresses a poet's feeling. So the feelings can be of anger, depression, frustration, love, humor. And this poem, The Muddle Head, it is meant to be enjoyed, be laughed at. Okay, it is a kind of funny poem which is written by S. Marsha. He is a poet from Russia, and this poem is to be enjoyed. Okay, this is written to make you laugh your head off. Let us see a small summary. The poet, The Muddlehead, is about an extremely funny man. Okay, this poem is about a man who is extremely funny, who used to get confused. Okay, who gets so much confused that his acts leave the readers in stitches. In stitches means laughing so much that you cannot stop. Okay, laughing so hard. He often mixes things up funnily. In a strange or unusual manner, he mixes the things. Okay, so that will make you laugh. He is so forgetful that he gets mixed up with wearing clothes. In this poem, you will get to know how he gets mixed up with wearing clothes. He wears mittens on his toes. Mittens means kind gloves. Okay, gloves. A type of gloves that covers the four fingers together and the thumb separately. So he wears mittens on his toes and ties his tie round his waist. So in the place of belt, okay, he ties his tie there. So in this way he get mixed up with his clothes. um, he wears his coat inside out, and in place of his head he often puts on saucepan in which we used to make tea. So he, in the place of hat on his head, he wears saucepan on his head. So while eating, if he feels itchy, he scratches on his bread and applies butter on his head. So funny na? And after a day's work, when he reaches home, he puts his walking stick on the bed and stands himself in the rack. So in place of keeping walking stick, he stands himself, okay, and on his bed he puts the walking stick. He often gets mixed up with language too. For example, instead of saying the words properly, he misplaces their letters in the following manner. Pardon your begging, Mr. Conductor, I am off for a week's vacation. I stop you to beg your tramway tar. As soon as we reach the station, which a normal man would say, so he used to mix up with words. Like pardon your begging means begging your pardon. Mr. Conductor means Mr. Conductor. I am off for a week's vacation. I beg you to stop your tramway car. As soon as he reached the station, he often asks a railway ticket at the cafe. So generally in the cafe we go to have coffee or snacks, okay? But when he went inside a cafe, he asked for a railway ticket there. And slice of tea and cup of bread at the railway ticket office. So he used to he got confused with the places. So at the cafe he asked for the ticket, and at the ticket counter he asked for a slice of tea, where he should have asked in the cafe like the cup of tea and slice of bread, but he mixed up. So once he breaks all the limits of forgetfulness, he buys a ticket. So anyhow he managed to buy a ticket and sits in a coach under repair, and just wonders after a few hours of the fact that he is there where he had started. So what happened? After getting the ticket, he went in the train that was kept in the carriage for the repairs. The train was not working, so he got confused while catching the train also. That train was not used to run. Okay, it was kept in the carriage for the maintenance, for the repair. So after few hours, when he got up from his sleep and he breaks all the limits of forgetfulness, okay, so he asked another man was there in that train. Okay, he asked and that where he is. So that man replied that we are in Petuski. So he said at that time he realized that from where he had started, now he reached there only. Okay, his forgetfulness leaves every reader in stitches, laughing so much that you cannot stop. One keeps finding normal specimen of forgetfulness now and then, but none can beat the muddlehead in this funny forgetfulness. So this is about the summary. Now let us go through the poem. I knew a man from Petushki. Petushki is a town in Russia. As muddle headed as could be. Muddle headed, confused. Okay? Confused in everything. He always got mixed up with clothes. He wore his mitten on his toes, forgot his collar in his haste, and tied his tie around his waist. What a muddlehead was he, the man who lived in Petushki. So, as I told in the summary, okay, he always get mixed up with his clothes. So he wore his mittens, gloves, okay, and his toes, and forgot his collar in his haste or in hurry, and he tied his tie around his waist in the place of belt. Okay, so what a muddlehead was he, the man who lived in Petushki. They told him as he went about, you have got your coat on inside out. So when he went out, some people told him that you wore your coat like inside out. And when they saw his hat, okay, when they saw at his hat, they said, you have put a saucepan on your head. What a muddlehead was he, that man who lived in Petushki. So in the place of hat, what he wore? He wore saucepan. At lunch, he scratched a piece of bread. So when at the lunch time he felt a kind of itchy, okay, at that time he scratched his food. He scratched a piece of bread and spread some butter on his head. So we used to place or spread the butter on bread, but what he did, he scratched his bread and put some butter on his head. So confused. So he put his walking stick to bed and he stood in the rack instead. What a muddlehead was he, that man who lived in Petushki. He walked up to a tram one day and he climbed in very springy. So, in a tram, he walked one day and very springy he climbed that tram. So, tram car, have you seen? Okay. Sprinkly means full of energy, full of life, in a very hurry manner. He just catch that tram. Okay. Conductor thought that he would pay. So the conductor in that tram, he thought that he would pay for his ride. Instead, he said politely. So instead of paying, the muddle-headed man, he said politely, "Pardon your begging, Mr. Conductor. I am off for a week's vacation. I stop you to beg your tramway tar. As soon as we reach the station, conductor got a fright and didn't sleep that night." So anybody after listening to such talks, okay, will get frightened. So what he actually meant to say, pardon your begging your pardon, Mr. Conductor, I am off for a week's vacation. I beg you to stop your tramway car as soon as we reach the station. So the conductor, by listening to his mixed up words, okay, he got frightened and he didn't sleep that night. What a muddlehead was he, that man who lived in Petushki. He rushed into the first cafe. So, after getting down from the tramway car, he rushed to the first cafe. "A railway ticket, please, one way." So, what he asked in the cafe, generally, the cafe we used to go to have coffee and snacks. So, he went there, and what he asked for a railway ticket, please, and that for one way. Okay. And at the ticket office, at the railway ticket office, what he asked, a slice of tea and a cup of bread. So he mixed up with the places also. So what a muddlehead was he, that man who lived in Petushki. He passed the man collecting the fare. So anyhow he managed to get the ticket, okay, railway ticket. Somehow he got in his mind and he managed to get the railway ticket, okay, and entered a carriage awaiting repairs. So he entered in a train that is awaiting for the repairs, for the maintenance, okay, that was not moving, that will not move, okay. So he entered in that stood on a siding all by itself. Half of his luggage he put on a shelf and the rest on the floor, his coat on his lap, and settled himself for a bit of nap. So he kept his luggage, the places, okay, half of his luggage he put on the shelf and the rest on the floor and his coat on his lap, okay, and he settled down for a bit of nap. All at once he raised his head, okay. So after getting the nap, after some time, okay, he raised his head. "I must have been asleep," he said. "Hey, what stop is this?" he cried. So he asked, okay, so one man was there, he asked from him, so, "Hey, what stop it is this?" So the man said, "It is Petushki." A voice replied. Once again, so after listening to that, once again he closed his eye. He dreamt he was in paradise. When he woke up, he looked about, raised the window, and leaned out. So again he woke up, okay, he raised the window, he leaned out, and he thought that, "I have seen this place before, I believe. Is it Kharkov or is it Kiev? Tell me where I am." So he asked again, "Tell me where I am," he cried. "In Petushki," a voice replied. So again that man replied that we are in Petushki only. And so again he settled down. So again He went for sleeping, so he dreamed the world was upside down. When he woke up, he looked about and raised the window and looked out. I seem to know this station too. Is it Nalchik or Baku? Tell me where it's called, he cried. Petushki, a voice replied. So again, that man was saying that we are in Petushki. Tell me what it's called, he cried. Petushki, a voice replied. Up he jumped. It's a crime. So, after listening 3 consecutive times after asking that where he is, so he is in Petushki. So he thought that where I have started, it is there only. So he jumped up suddenly. It's a crime. I have been riding all this time. So while sleeping, he thought that he was riding in the train, but the train was kept in the carriage. Okay, it was not moving, it was kept for the repairs and maintenance. Okay, that will not move. So he was thinking that the train is running as he is sleeping. So he thought that he must have reached this place or that place or that place, but he was there only. So it's a crime. I have been writing all this time, and here I am where I began. There's no way to treat a man. What a metalhead was he, that man who lived in Petushki. So, this was the funny poem. Confused man, confused in all his activities, confused in his words also. Okay, and he used to mix up his dresses, his activities, everything. Okay, I think that you have understood this poem. Thank you from my side. That's all for today.